Hello YouTube world, Mac Daddy 1911A1 Shade Tree Survivalist. Today I'm going to try an experiment. Saw on the internet here a couple months ago where guys had used cotton balls saturated in petroleum jelly, Vaseline, to use as a fire starting aid. Now I live up northwest Georgia where we just got 11.5 inches of rain, and it has not rained today. But you can see, let me see if I can get down here to it. You can see on the grass, there's still water all over the grass. All right, everything is saturated. It is wet. Those leaves there, I mean, you can see right, hell, that brown leaf is soaking wet. So this is saturated, and in a real world situation, it may have been raining for a week when a disaster happens or something of that nature, and you need to be able to start a fire. Now this stuff is all laid out, it's dried, and it's stacked up already, but like I said, it is saturated. And what the experiment is to see if I can get it hot enough to burn, number one, that. Number two, the limbs that I cut off our tree that were hanging over our pool. That chemo wanted knocked out. So what I'm going to do is hook this thing up, set it on this stand, tripod here, and see if I can get it to going. Alright, let's back the camera up so you can get me in the shot in my house shoes. I'm not in no mood to get all dressed up fancy like. But let's see what we can do with this thing. Now all it is just regular cotton balls that I split open with my fingers. And I put a lot of Vaseline in it, and I mashed them up real good. Using gloves, using little neoprene gloves, and a regular old Ziploc brand Ziploc bag, which I ain't even sure if that's actually a Ziploc brand. I don't see it wrote on there, but anyway, Dollar General, whatever. Alright, and I'm going to use a regular lighter because I didn't want to go digging around for my damn stuff, and that's about 3 of them right there. And this is briars, and this is limbs and stuff we've trimmed off of some bushes and all around here. I'm not sure how well, if it'll start at all. You can see it's already burning pretty quick. Now, like I said, of course, it's not raining out here today, so I'm not even sure if it'll be hot enough to get her started, but if it is, that'll be awesome. Alright, Psycho, get out of the way, baby. Psycho is one of Chemo's cats, and we call her Psycho because if you piss her off, brother, it's on like Donkey Kong. She don't play around. She'll attack a broom in a heartbeat. But you can see they're burning pretty good. Now, there's 3 of them. They're saturated in petroleum jelly. I think the total cost is for like 200 cotton balls, and the Vaseline was like $4. Might not even be that much. Come on out from there, Psycho. Come here. Come here. Let's see if it'll burn hot enough to get them saturated leaves, because they are absolutely saturated. If they wasn't, they'd already be going whoosh. She ain't starting too quick, is she? We're gonna just let it do its own thing though, and see how well it does. Psycho, get off of the camera stand, baby. You knock that camera over, your mama kill you and me. And for any young people out there, it ain't cool to smoke. Okay, if I had cigarettes is what I'm talking about. If I had it all to do again, or if I could go back in time, I'd kick my own butt for starting smoking. It's the worst damn habit. It's the hardest thing in the world to break. Don't do it. Okay? And I'm gathering up some sticks that had fell out of the tree. They're wet, but they're really not. It's saturated. I'm gonna stick them in there too. You can burn green leaves without any trouble. But whether you can burn saturated dead leaves and live leaves green leaves is a different story. Even with this. Now look at there, Psycho. You done knocked my camera off. I'm gonna have to knock you in the head with a brick bat in here in a minute. But it's still burning. Back it up a little bit. Come here, Psycho. You big old fat cat. Come here. Yeah. I wish I had the time and money to get me a bulldog instead of a bunch of darn cats, but they love me, so I try to be good to them. Even if they are messing with my camera and I have to beat them with a wiffle bat. Come here, turd. Get out of there. Oh. Go on. Go on. She ain't even scared of me. She know I wouldn't hurt her. I pick her up all the time and I don't drop her. There she goes again. You're gonna get a beating. Come here. Big old fat tail. Up on this porch. Stay. Stay. It's still got some flames in there. I don't know if the camera can really see it that well. But we got flames. Yeah, by golly. Look at there. Now if it was raining right now, I don't know whether I could get it started or not, but you can see it's trying to catch up right there. Maybe I can move this camera a little bit. Well, dadgum wind, it wants to shift on me. Should have got it on the other side started so that the wind would be helping it. Now my flames went down. We're going to help it along, add a couple more in there, see if we can get her going. Here's one that's really saturated. I mean really saturated with the good stuff. It has already burned through them sticks. I need one to help shove it on up in there. Watch out, Psycho. Choke us out on smoke. So that's 4 of them I've got in there. Now I'm going to add some sticks that haven't been laying on the ground to the top of that. I got a bad habit of getting in a hurry, ladies and gents. When I'm fixing to do a video, I want to get started now, and I don't do my preparation ahead of time like I'm ought to. But if you really want to get a fire started and keep it going, especially in a survival situation, get all your kindling and all. Now this stick here was sticking up out of the ground. I mean, well, you can see the roots, it just broke right off. So it's a lot drier than anything that would be laying on the ground, set way down deep. We're just gonna see what she says. If we can get her good roaring fire going, so much the better. So much the better. The whole idea is to see if these guys that do use these things really have a valid point. I think they do. It's just that this stuff is, I mean, absolutely saturated. It is soaking wet. That's the most rain we have had at one time in 1 week in history in this area. Chattanooga broke the recorded record, which was set back in like 1860s or 1870s, somewhere in that neighborhood, and they broke their record. And where I live at, just down the road a few miles, we broke our own record also, and we got more rain than they did. So we got about an inch more than Chattanooga. Alright, while that's burning, I'm going to go ahead and start taking some of this other stuff. I mean, it is saturated, and just lay a little bit on top to let it be drying out, and then we're going to sure get some white smoke off of that. Like I said, you get a good bed of coals, even if it's saturated, it should burn. Look at there. Look at there. Psycho, leave the camera alone, baby. I'm going to have to beat that cat with a wiffle bat. I see that, and that's now. Now, you people out there, y'all just take a chill pill. You PETA people, and you cat lovers and animal lovers, I'm not actually going to beat the cat, okay? I've never smacked any of them except for we have one named Pumpkin, and he's a little punk. He is a little turd, and he wants to attack anything and everything that moves when he's outside. So he's the indoor cat, but he's a badass little dude. He's ready to throw down at any time of the day or night. Alright, we're getting some more fire going there. And of course, I'm not stupid enough to think that that little small pile of coals that I'm going to have will really actually burn. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some more stuff. So enjoy the campfire while I'm over here doing that. Full disclosure, I cut these a couple of days before it rained, and you can see they're a little green, but they've dried out quite a bit and the leaves are dead. I'm going to chunk that on top of there and see what we can get going here. Hopefully I don't smother it out. Oh yeah, we talking about cooking with some gas now. Look at there. Look at there. I'm going to add a little bit more. Move it over here. Maybe the wind won't shift again. Back during the summer, we had a tree fall, and when that tree fell, it was green as crap, but it was so much wood and all, I had to get it burning. So I got me a good hot thing of coals going with some old dried up wood I had, and I burned every bit of that green stuff the same day and the next morning. It took 2 full days to burn it in our little fire pit here. But brother, I mean tell you, I had a hot fire going, and it didn't take very long. It was kicking some hind in. But you can burn it if you got hot enough coals. And when you got hot enough coals, the instant you throw that green on there, if it's hot enough, it'll catch right on fire. Bam. Just as green could get. But like I said, you gotta have some hot coals for that. All right, we're gonna add some more. Add some more. Okay, now I'm going to show you some, where the heck I don't know if you can see it or not. Those leaves right here where my finger is at is just soaking wet. See that? We're going to throw them on there too and see what we got. Like I said, emergency situations don't happen on a good, usually don't happen on a really good day. You know what I'm saying? Those poor fuckers over yonder, excuse my French, those poor people over there in Japan, when that tsunami hit and that earthquake, holy smokes. You talking about compounding the problems, it damn gum sure did now. I had to wait on Chemo to go to town before I could do this experiment, because that woman is very sensitive to smells, perfumes, deodorants, all kinds of things, and fire and smoke is one of them. She cannot stand those kind of smells. It gives her a bad headache. She hates it. You got to stay on top of a fire like this when it is so freaking wet. If you don't, you're gonna mess up. All these sticks here I'm putting in, I just got off out of her flower bed. They were laying on the ground from the tree when they fell out of the tree. I think, though, that we can say that this is not a myth. Like on the Mythbusters, this is a proven concept. 4 cotton balls saturated with petroleum jelly, and I use Vaseline brand. Thank you very much. I believe in supporting American companies whenever possible, even in the pharmaceutical areas. They don't get a hell of a lot of money out of me on health care because I just don't get sick if I can help it. But I think we can say that you could keep a fire going like that. Now it's getting pretty low, so let me add some more of the other stuff. Give me some more. Alright, the wind is shifted around in the correct direction for it. It'll push that fire into the center of it. We can burn this junk off. I hope this video isn't too boring, but like I said, the ground is saturated. Didn't get any flooding where I live at, thank God. Usually it does, but it was bone dry. It was like talcum powder, almost. It was so bad. I was doing some work out here digging a trench for an electrical line and putting in conduit and all that the other day, and I mean it's just absolute dust, just dry as it could be. We got a good fire going there now. Get it back over here. Anyway, folks, this is Mac Daddy 1911A1. The cotton ball saturated with Vaseline is a proven concept as far as I am concerned. That is absolutely saturated, and you can see I showed you it was still good and wet, and it works. So $4 I think, and maybe an hour's worth of work to make that little bag, because I mean I really mashed it into it. I opened the cotton balls out and pushed it in, and then really mashed it in there so it was saturated. It works really good. Got a fire started with saturated materials, so that's a proven concept. Mac Daddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivalist. We're signing off. You have a good day.